Hello everyone, TNT here, and welcome to another Destiny glitch video. Today, I'm going to be glitching out of the King's Fall raid from the Warpriest checkpoint, and you must do this from Warpriest checkpoint. If you do it from Totem checkpoint, it will not work for some unknown reason. And, yeah, this outer map spot was found by Destiny McGlitchy, and basically all you want to do is just jump on those couple of spots, and then jump up here. Jumping up here is sometimes a bit of a hit and miss. You need to swing your sword at the end. Sometimes it will not work, as I am having a very unlucky streak in the video. If you're on Titan, make sure you have max agility and a height. There we go, I get it. If you're on a Hunter, which I don't recommend since Hunters can't do any of the other bits of glitch that we're going to do. If you're on a Hunter, you need to use Quiver Jump, and I can't do Quiver Jump. It just, yeah, it's a skill that I need to learn. So basically, yeah, we just use that on that spot from Destiny but Glitchy. I'll leave his link to his video and his channel in the description below. And now we're going to be coming along here and loading Portico. The rest of this glitch was, I think, it was all found by a guy called Unplayed Creations, also known as Stealth Assassin. He is one of the best glitchers, and I am very fortunate that I get to play with him a lot. Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of collaboration on PS4. And so you'll probably see him. You'll see him in a couple of the clips of this video, and also you'll see him in part 2 of this video. We'll be do something pretty cool. So for this first bit, we're going to be getting inside the area. Basically, what I'm going to do is going to sword fly into and like come for this chute. It's very small. It's very easy to miss. It just took me a lot of tries to record. So once you're here, you can just sort of fly around. I try and land on that pillar before realizing that there's a barrier there. So yeah, this area is massive. It's legitimately crazy how big this area is, and it's all unused. It looks very similar to the jumping puzzle, the Portico jumping puzzle with all the ships, like the Hive Tomb ships, except this area is, well, obviously it's incomplete since there's nothing behind me, and there's no ships, and no platforms or anything. It's really weird, but it looks really cool. Yeah, I see I hit the barrier there. Yeah, so there's lots of spikes. It's a really big area. You can actually see in the middle, you can see something that looks quite familiar. It's very similar to the Portico place. In fact, that whole side of the map is basically a carbon copy of the Portico. Now, some of these things aren't solid. Most of them are, but some of them aren't. Yeah, lots of things. It's a bit tricky, but you are inside the map, so you're good. And here you see I just missed jumping onto there. So yeah, it would be a good idea to, you know, have full sword ammo and actually not try and fly to that pillar since there is a barrier there. So yeah, this place is it's massive. What can I say? This was discovered by Unplayed Creations, who's a big up and coming glitcher. Or when I say up and coming, he's done a lot of stuff in the past as well. And yeah, he isn't really recognized for what he's done for the community. So yeah, you see I phase through the thing, but I just come back out of it. Yeah, so I'll leave a link to his channel. Please go check him out. He has a lot of cool glitches, and I actually have helped with some of them. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet for a second, and I'm gonna let you just explore the area with me, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Now, just to explain what's happening here, there's a little barrier that sometimes traps you, so you just need to jump or sword swing and go to the right, and you'll get through it. It's not too big of a deal. Now I'm just looking through this area. As this is, well, you'll see it looks very similar to the first part of the raid, and that's for a very good reason. It basically is. However, there is a wall here where the crux checkpoint would normally be. Speaking of crux, we'll get to that in the next video. Yeah, so here we are with my friend Elf, who actually showed me a new spot that he's found on the, well, where we're going in the Portico. Yeah, so we're going to use the same map spot again, same, found by Destiny McGlitchy, very old video. Lots of things have been found with this, out of map spot, so thank you so much. And so here I actually get a first try without using sword, which is kind of a miracle. So we're just going the same way, same route, except this time, instead of dropping through the chute, to get into the room, we're going to be on top of the room, because we need a crap ton of height. There's a lot of cutting here, so it's, I really hope that it's all there. But I don't really want to re-record this, so I'm really hoping that I have all the clips here. So here, we're just loading Portico again. If you don't load Portico and just go down underneath the map, you can actually go to Golgorov's Cellar, which I'll be making a video about soon. Well, I say soon, probably in like a week, since I have other things that I need to edit right now, and they're more pressing. So here we go. What you want to do is go to the right of that wall. I almost go to the left of it. That's a mistake. If you go to the left of it, you basically can't do anything. So what you want to be is just be here, and then you can just let yourself fall. And if you're on the right side of those kind of like, I don't know what to call them. If you're on the right side of those, you're fine, and you can actually land here. And I've just sped it up because this is a massive area and we need to tighten skate across here. If you're on a hunter, good luck, it'll take you quite a while to get across. Now at the end, we're going to be using, we're going to be climbing a wall, but the problem is it's not, like, at the right angle to jump up and then swing your sword in and then jump up again. Yeah, so here's the, here's where I sped it up, since this is really long. It's actually quite fun, you can have races, and you can see my friend there speeding ahead. I am not sure how, but my Titan skating isn't that good. So eventually we're going to get to this massive pillar at the end, and you want to do a combination of sword flying and sun charging up it. I actually use sun charge here. I make a cut and use sun charge, but you can sword fly up the entire way, and it doesn't take too much ammo. Although I actually failed several times. So yeah, here we go. Here's a clip of me doing it. Basically, yeah, I'm just going to synth so I can. Basically, what you want to do is, if you're going to go for hammers, put your hammers at the bottom of it, jump, and then hammer. Do not jump between your hammers, just keep spamming R1 into the wall. Don't jump, because you're going to want your jump at the end, because you're going to switch to your primary when you come out of the animation, and then you're going to want to start sword flying upwards. And basically the only thing you're gaining height with is the sword strikes into the wall. So it doesn't matter if you're not that good at sword flying, since you can still make it up here. And once you get to a certain spot, you can start jumping and swinging your sword, and you'll get to this spot. Now, there is an easier way to get to the spot, which I'll just show now, that Stealth actually showed me. Basically, what you do is once you fall off, you just go across to this, this pillar on the right. And it was actually where I was trying to get to in the first clip. There's a bit of a barrier here, though, so you gotta watch out for that. You gotta drop below that. Yeah, the barrier is it's a bit nasty. So yeah, what you want to do is just come over to the top of this pillar, and you can land there. And then you can just walk across, to get to the spot that we were at before, without actually having to do the sunbreaker thing up the wall, which is good because, well, that's a pain. And if you don't have sunbreaker, like sun charge unlocked, then you have to sword fly up the entire way, which I've done once, and the other times I've just failed at. Yeah, so we actually get to here. This is solid, as you can see, Stealth is standing on it, and I'm standing on it. Yeah, big props to Stealth for showing me and my friend how to do this, since I've seen his video on it, but I haven't actually done it. So I'm going to link both of his videos where he, I'm going to link the video where he finds this place, and I'm also going to link the video of what's coming up next. So with this extra height, we are able to get over the, over into the next room, but we're able to do it so that we're really high up, and we can actually fly across the room, or landing on these, support pillars, and we're actually able to get to, back to the original jumping puzzle, the Portico one, with the Hive Tomb ships, which is pretty cool. The Hive Tomb ships are not there, as you will see later in the clip, and it's, yeah, the Hive Tomb ships are not there. But from the Portico checkpoint, we're going to be doing something awesome in a video that I'll upload tomorrow, since we're still looking for stuff, like, we're still looking for things to do with it. And it's going to be a really cool video, hopefully. We've certainly put a lot of time and effort into it. But, yeah, I just thought I'd get the groundwork out of the way, since this is a really cool area. And there's a bit of a barrier there, I'm not sure why. You just kind of, there's some weird barriers around here, and you can generally get through them with sword. Yeah, okay, it's a weird barrier. Yeah, so I'm just following stealth over to here. This is a much easier method to do it, so if you can get over here with your sword flying, I would recommend doing so, because it's way easier than doing the sun charging up the wall, which is a pain. As you can see, my friend is now doing that since he dropped too much height. Rip Alphen Z. Yeah, we're just waiting for him to get up. There we go. Also, above us, this is a transition to an earlier clip, you'll see some support struts. Now, this is quite cool, actually. It's the, what you can see here is the, unloaded version of the King's Fall. The place where you fight orcs with those support pillars. It's kind of hard to see from down here, but take my word for it, it is the area. If I had any clips of the King's Fall area, like, on my computer, I would put it in there, but I want to get this video out, and it's already been too long. I haven't made a video in it for about a week, so, yeah, I wanted to get this out. Sorry there's been no King's Fall footage, I'll probably upload some stuff. Yeah, anyway, moving on. So now we are going to be getting down into the room. So what you want to do is come over here, drop off this ledge. It's a bit of a fall, but you've got loads of height, and you can always respawn. So what I want to do is, it's really dark here, so just land on this ledge to the right, not left. There's actually a barrier to your left, which we're going to bypass just by walking to the end of it. But yeah, there's a lot of cutting here. It's going to get a bit crazy. So this room is massive. Like, it's probably one of the biggest rooms it's probably one of the biggest areas that I've been in Destiny without it being out of box. Since we are still in the main box, like, there are still barriers. Which is crazy, to be perfectly honest. I believe if you fall off here, you can actually fall for a long time if you have enough speed, like using death from above. But we'll get to some cool death from above stuff, since Alf had a couple of surprises to show me, which is pretty interesting to watch. So basically, with this one, yep, we're just going up, and yeah, there's lots of pillars. It's very easy to fall off. I keep getting knocked off by that thing, but yeah, just climb your way back up. It's not too hard. So you want to get as much height as you can on this pillar, then go to the next pillar, then go to the next pillar, then go to the next pillar. I decided to cut this video into 2 parts, with the second part being left till later, since the people who actually found it have not uploaded their videos on it yet, so I'm going to give them a chance to, so I can link to and credit them. Mainly the 2 people being Underplay Creations and Envious Gaming. Envious Gaming had a couple of surprises for us too in Crux, which I'll show you tomorrow, hopefully. If not, I'm probably just going to upload the Crux video anyway, with as much detail as we can. And yeah, the reason I had to upload this video first, since the Crux glitch requires this video, and I don't want to have 20 minutes of footage before the actual content, so yeah. You need to get onto this pillar. It's a pain. Well, it is for me at least. Alf does it first try, because he's Alf, and he's a professional mounting. Okay, no, actually, not first try. And yeah, I'm just going to shut up a bit so you can enjoy the majesty of this room, since it is truly a magnificent, and it's a massive cool. It's a really cool room. Now, up ahead is a structure you may or may not recognize. There's like a big pillar, and this is actually the teleporter, like the lift that sends you from the top of the bottom of the Portico jumping puzzle all the way up to the Basilica checkpoint to face the Warpriest, or face totems, then the Warpriest. To get to the ground here, you need to fly through some barriers. I don't know how tricky this is since I had stealth guiding me. Not in this clip though. We re-recorded this, but yeah, you need to follow my path. Not exactly, but certainly stick to it since there's a lot of barriers around here, lots of turnbacks, and yeah, since you are technically out of the area, it will probably try and pull you back in, and that's not a fun experience. Also, there's some turnbacks, so just watch out for those. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sword off the cliff here eventually. I'm just gonna go. I'm not waiting for Elf. YOLO. So basically, yeah, you want to fly here. On the bottom right, you might notice a little platform. That's actually where you get the first chest in the raid, which with this method, you can indeed open the chest, which is kind of interesting. I don't think it will be there. I'm not sure whether the barriers are actually different in this version of Portico than they are in the normal one, because we were able to get with, well, obviously, I say we, I mean Alf, because he's actually a legend. He was able to get to the bottom of the Portico and below the first death barrier, which I didn't think would be a thing. So maybe the death barriers are actually weaker in this version. I don't know. Some testing will need to be done. Yeah, so once you're here, you can fly over to this horn, kind of like sticky, outy fang thing. And you're actually now above the area. You can't just drop into it, however, you need to drop around some barriers. So what I want to do is get as much height on this thing as you can. If you go any further, it'll push you off since it's not actually, you can't stand on it. And then you just want to fly over here, towards the wall. Basically, you want to be hugging, you want to get over it so you're like, basically just touching the wall. It's kind of tricky at first, like, but if you watch the video, you'll understand what I mean. Basically, you want to touch the wall, and then let yourself fall. Ah, that rhymes. And then you're just going to let yourself fall until you see the turn back and this little kind of, this little outcropping. And yes, the turn back can kill you if you stay too long, but as long as you try garrison the sword fly at the right time, you'll be fine. So now you're going to get to this area, which you normally cannot get to in the raid, I don't think. I think there's too many turnbacks. But from this area, you're going to go across to the chest area, and then you're free to explore Portico. Yeah, there's a turnback where Alf just went, so don't go there unless you are planning to move. Turnback is basically just to stop people from like doing something with the ship. I don't know. It's kind of a nuisance. So yeah, we're coming over here just so you can see that the chest is indeed openable. If you go over to the left, you cannot actually, it won't teleport you up, but I believe if you get to the top, maybe it will teleport you. I don't know. Yeah, the chest, I already got loot from this, so that's why I don't get anything from it. And yeah, so here we're at the door. The door is open since there's obviously no chips, so the door isn't closed, there's no barrier. And yeah, here's the spot we're actually going to be cutting from tomorrow into tomorrow's next clip, where I don't want to spoil any of it, but Underplayed Stealth and Envious and I and Elf made some pretty cool findings in the Crux. We were able to get from this checkpoint back into the Crux. I won't put any spoilers, but I'll let you guys look forward to tomorrow's video. Or actually, it might be in 2 days. Yeah, it'll be after reset probably, so it gives us the maximum amount of time to explore. Yeah, so now we're just gonna go like explore the area a bit. There's not a huge amount to see that you can't see in the raid normally. However, there are no enemies and no ships. The like plates that we just passed, they don't work. There's some ships on the outside. They're flying past pretty fast, and you can't get to them since there are turn back barriers. But my friend Alf actually managed to get through the bottom death barrier, which is what we're gonna go do now. Again, there's not much to see under here, but it's pretty cool, and well done to him for finding this. Yeah, so I don't know if this thing, what I'm about to do, is possible in the raid. We just found it since we were here in this checkpoint. But who knows? We might have to test it next time we do a King's Fall from the start. So yeah, here you're just gonna see Alf doing it. So you just want to fly out a bit, and then Fist of Havoc to like around that spot where Alf just landed, and then you need a sword swing a bit to stop yourself. I just stopped him there since I was kind of standing in his way. So yeah, there is not a lot to see down here, but a massive thanks to massive shout out to Alf for helping me out. He doesn't do a lot of glitches. He doesn't do any glitches on his channel. He's more of an Overwatch player, but he certainly helps me out with the glitches. He's pretty good at finding these kind of things. So thank you to him. Thank you to Underplayed for showing this and bringing this to my attention. I'll leave links to both of your videos in the description below. And obviously a big thank you to Destiny and McGlitchy. Without you, none of this would be possible, since we wouldn't have been able to get out of the map at the Warpriest checkpoint to start with. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.